We have one of those in our gym. One of those hang-up things.
Oh, yeah, the inversion tables.
I've been wanting to use it. I'm just too, I don't want to look dumb in front of everybody. Like, I don't want to be that guy that can't get himself back up. Yeah, I know.
Oh, God. Oh, that was loaded.
But that stuff works.
Oh, that's a loaded baked potato in there.
Now it's in your mustache.
Oh, God. That
was sexy.
Oh,
You should have just licked it.
Oh, there's boogers in there. Oh, God. Hang on. Need another one.
You need some sanitizer, buddy?
No, I'm good. Well, hey guys, what's going on here? River Sullivan coming at you right here, right now. Pre-recorded for your live listening pleasure yet again for another episode of Season 3 of This Evening Tonight. And with me here, yet again, the man, the myth, the legend, my silver fox of sultry sippins of coffees, big swillins over there of his small batch coffees.
This is the way.
Scott. What's up, man?
Well, you know, still my thing over here.
Yes, and I see that first day into it of you being in charge of procuring coffee, and I don't think you failed. So we're going to talk about the coffee here, just to get us started right out of the gate. And you brought us a coffee from Mountaineer Roasting Company, an Ethiopian blend of the origins of Adito and a Yirgacheffe. Supposedly has tasting notes of lemon, apricot, and sugary. So I'm going to take a little sip of this because I've not had any of it yet. And it is definitely, looking at it, a very light roast.
Tread lightly, it's hot.
Ooh.
Let me give her a whirl.
Okay, yeah. I mean, temperature has nothing to do with it, but I'm definitely actually, where they're saying the apricot and the lemon, I'm actually getting a hint of that in the aftertaste. I've never had a coffee that listed off a fruit that I actually tasted.
Just a hair.
It's enough. It's enough. Yeah, you don't want it overpowering. Then it's like drinking liqueur, like drinking raspberry flavored whiskey and trying to say you're a whiskey drinker. Doesn't work.
And for me, it didn't kick in till like swig 3.
Yeah, I let mine breathe a little bit. Now you are actually yours is going to take a while. Yours is going to take a lot longer to cool because you're using what we're referring to now as the Louisiana mud jug.
The Bayou Bowl?
The Bayou Bowl. From one of our fans. So thank you. They sent us this giant Louisiana-style mug, and it holds half a pot of coffee.
I'm in love with this cup right now. Like, I can't express in words how I feel.
And it's light, too, isn't it? That's
it
weird.
Is. It's very ergonomic. What's the word?
Ergonomic.
That's the one. Fits right in my hand.
Oh, that coffee is actually very good. So let me real quick, though. So he actually sent us that mug and a can of the Café du Monde, which we've enjoyed on the show here before, which I'm very happy to have. Like, that chicory, it's a good little treat. It's not a everyday coffee for me, but it's when the moment's right. It's the Cialis of coffees.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's special with beignets.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and they sent us the beignet batter mix. As soon as my fiance saw that, she's like just starts ripping it up. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm making beignets. I said, I will get out of your way. But here to read more about the coffee. As the bag here reads from Mountaineer Roasting Company, education through elevation. Located on the campus of West Virginia University, Mountaineer Roasting Company is the proud coffee partner of WVU, or West Virginia University. Expertly roasted in small batches, every cup you enjoy supports WVU student scholarships and international learning experiences. Oh, wonderful! See, this is what's up. So they're done right down in Morgantown. So that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Because I actually would go and buy more of this. So they actually put their website on there though. So learn more about MRC and our coffee at mountaineerroasting.com. Right there out of Morgantown, West Virginia. Hell to the yes. I'm not mad at this. Where's the dry erase board, Scott?
Well, because of matters of national security, I was busy.
Oh, geez. Again.
I get it.
Look, what I really want to do is mount a screen up there on the wall because I have a third HDMI. There's like 6 HDMIs on that computer. We could do a triple display.
Like a
Just
monitor.
Like a
this.
monitor,
Yeah.
you know, 32-incher. I don't know, something.
We could display things.
Things, yeah, so for the guests, for you, so I don't have to keep turning the second screen. You know, it really helps us. I don't know. One of these days, I'm going to get there.
It was a bit on the pricey side, but I'd buy it again. It's all right.
How much a bag of that go for?
$12.
$12. And this is whole bean, as we like to go with. And Best Buy 113 of 2021. I got to drink this then.
You have to.
This is only good for like a month.
Well, I mean,
What kind of bullshit is that?
well, it's small batch, freshly
I mean,
roasted.
this is like 2 pounds. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I ain't mad. I was more upset at the one last week.
Yeah, 8.8 ounces of
Jack Daniels.
I mean, I get it as Jack
$27.
Daniels, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it was like 15, but still.
I mean, as good as it tasted, we all know we were paying for name only.
Yeah, I'm happy with this Mountaineer Roasting Company. I will happily pay for another bag of that if I need some in my off time.
We need to look up and see if they got other options.
I'll bet you they do. Ooh, Rockstar. Sorry, I forgot to turn this on vibrate.
It happens. Oh, he just did it. He flipped his phone open.
Flippity-dippity. Yeah, so my new phone came in, the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip, and I'm in love with this thing.
You made sure that I saw that when you
I
did it.
Like,
Put it right in front of my face.
Hey, excuse me, there's a thing. I need to turn this on vibrate. Flip.
Nerd.
I like it. Like it's
cool.
It's a cool little thing. It's kind of a step back from my S9 in terms of some of the amenities. It doesn't have like the heartbeat sensor. The S9 has a heartbeat sensor, and a lot of phones do, so you can check your heart rate and shit. Because there's a bunch of fitness apps on there. It doesn't have that. The cameras aren't quite as powerful, but I'm not using it for all that camera stuff anyway. And the sound that comes out of the speaker is a little wonky. It doesn't have the Dolby Atmos. It does, but you have to have wireless earbuds that can handle that. But other than that, it's great fun. I paid for the concept that I can flip it, and I waited all day for that first phone call when I got it to have to flip the phone open to answer it. And I think it was like Grubhub or something. It was ringing. I looked at my old lady. I said, I've been waiting all day for this. She's like, what? Flip.
You felt like Captain Kirk, didn't you?
Oh, man. I just felt like I felt so much more centered. Oh, your food's on the way. Okay, see you then. Not click, not like slap. Slap it shut. Slap it shut.
I wouldn't necessarily be upset that the interwebs isn't monitoring your medical condition anymore.
Yeah.
These days.
Now, don't get me wrong. I ended up keeping the S9.
Gotta have backup.
It's in perfect condition still. Because, yeah, remember the $700? That was if I traded down. So I paid this S9 out, paid it off outright, and said, yeah, flip it for that. And they went, yeah, $700. I said, no, I'll hold on to it for a minute. And I said, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll flip it. Extra Christmas money. $140 they offered. I went, I'll keep the phone. Because to be honest, that's another thing. The Z Flip, the battery, doesn't last as long. Maybe it's because I'm playing with the phone more or whatever, but this S9, it's a few years old. The battery lasts longer right now than that brand new Z Flip. And that's the Z Flip 5G. Even though we don't have 5G, I sprung for the bougie model because I feel like I'm going to have that phone long enough that eventually we'll get 5G around these parts. The nice part, though, about having that S9 is it has a 4K camera on it. It has all the slow motion and a lot of the bells and whistles on it that modern production cameras still, like the more expensive ones, have. So I've been using it to start shooting some things. I am in the process of doing a small Duke Cannon commercial.
I'm excited about that.
Yes. And what a perfect segue then to talk about this week's trip in a Duke Cannon country.
Oh.
So this week's trip here, guys, we just pulled over the truck and we just happened to see along the side of the road there the big-ass brick of soap Midnight Swim by the Duke Cannon Supply Company. See what I'm doing there? I want to do one product every week. So we don't just go, Duke Cannon.
That's a good one there. Wonder where you got that.
Yeah, this one was actually a gift from Scott. This is the Midnight Swim. Let me see. It says, Duke Cannon has never taken a refreshing dip on the hot tub of the best value motel near O'Hare. And he won't be going down the community water slide this Saturday. No. Duke Cannon's idea of aquatic refreshment is a moonlit cannonball into the crystal clear water of a remote forest lake. Experience the refreshing intersection of pure water and crisp, clean air with this American-made soap inspired by the invigorating adventure of a midnight swim. So, pretty much what I'm learning to do here with these products, every week we're going to talk about one. But we're also going to try to translate the smell, because this just said pure, crisp. Now, just to be a refresher, I'm pretty sure I remember. Yes. Okay, so for those that are unacquainted with the Duke's Midnight Swim, I will equate that smell of pure, crisp air and water. I equate it to like Old Spice Pure Sport.
A more classy version. It's very...
Closer to like the Swagger.
It smells blue.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely got a blue smell of any of those, red bottled bluish products that you guys may be familiar with.
It's delicious.
I know I saved it because, you gave me an option of like the 4 you bought. And,
I will say that I...
hang on.
Oh, what's that right there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're only doing one product here, guy.
No, yeah, I know. This is for you. Don't open until Christmas.
We're going to play this game now, I see.
You'll like it, I promise. I just may have given Scott a big-ass brick of soap-shaped box, but it's wrapped in the finest of papers, and he doesn't know what it is.
I will say I've been enjoying that beer soap you gave me. I got the tactical scrubber. I know we're only doing bars for days.
Dude, I'm handing them out to people at work on Christmas when I have to come in, because I have to work Christmas.
Are you going to have a Santa sack? You should.
Oh, I never thought of that.
But like make it real masking, like camo.
It'd be a giant Crown Royal bag.
Yes. But that tack scrubber, I've been taking that with me to the gym.
Oh, so you got one?
Yeah, it's like perfect.
They're great, aren't
they?
Not
trying to oversell it, but like you just put it in a little Ziploc bag. That's all you need for a shower. That and a towel.
Did you use the gray side yet?
Yes, that's what I scrub my feet with.
I was going to say, that's like the feet.
Yeah.
Maybe the scrot.
I don't know. That's a sensitive area.
After a long midnight swim with your significant other, you may need to scrub down with the gray side of the Tack Scrubber 5000 by Duke Cannon.
I mean, it's a possibility. I normally just pass out, but that's me.
I'm mighty sleepy.
Like, what was the thought process behind this Bayou Bowl? Like, I'm just curious. Like, I'm obviously extremely excited about it.
It's a proud Louisianan, man.
I get it now. Like, I really am still kicking myself that I didn't go down to New Orleans when I was down there in Mississippi. I was so close. So close.
I thought you did go down there.
Nah, I went to Alabama.
Oh.
They had a bigger racetrack, so I mean,
Yeah, true,
I had to
yeah.
go there.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I'm sure they had some in Louisiana.
Yeah, man, they're from the Shreveport area.
Oh,
where they
okay.
sent us that out of.
I was pretty close. I was at Vicksburg, which I could see over there.
Oh, did you see what's on the back of the screen, too?
Oh, you got a Duke Cannon sticker. Awesome.
They don't make those.
Where'd you get it from?
That was part of being a member of the Duke Cannon Lodge on Facebook. There's a good guy on there by the name Pedro Ortiz. Pedro, if you're listening, thanks again for the sticker, brother. We really appreciate it. They saw the uploads we were doing on the man cave, the wood building, and he was like, "Hey, let me send you this." And look at this. He sent me this letter with a wax
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
seal.
Let me,
Look at that.
that's legit right there.
Yeah.
I like it.
So he wrote a note that went with it. You done over there?
I'm thrilled with how noisy my uniform is.
So he wrote a note that went with it, and he writes, "Dear River, thank you for posting pictures of your project. It looks great. Hopefully this decal can find a home in that cool man cave. Enjoy. From the Duke Father, Pedro." I'm like, that's awesome. It is so awesome.
And what'd you do with it? You put it on your computer, not in the building.
It won't go on. Like the wood is too cold. I tried.
Yeah.
Because it still got that protective plastic on there while it was bonding because it was too cold in here in the office. So I had to wait and then leave the door open and start up the fireplace and let the heat bleed over in here. But yeah, it's a wonderful thing being a part of the lodge because we have input on different products.
It was a very thoughtful gesture.
It was. He actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, I like your building. I want to send you one. What's your address?" And I was like, "Oh, here you go."
Well, this is what we need more of in the world.
Yeah. Small acts of kindness.
Going back to being people.
I was like, hey,
having
man,
manners.
I was like, hey, how much do you want for it? He said, look, I don't own rights to the company. I just made him, and I want you to have one. I was like, that is awesome.
Class act.
There's guys in the lodge. I see it all the time. They buy a bunch of soap and stuff like that, and they get a big pile of it, and they do a giveaway. They bought it with their money, and compliments and likes and shares and whatever's roll in. They're like, I'm going to do a giveaway. I was like, that's awesome. I don't know, maybe we'll do a giveaway or something. I don't know. Like, you just smelled your present. What are you smelling?
Sandalwood.
You got to get the effect on it. Sandalwood.
Well, I don't have the rich baritone voice like you do.
No, but I have the access to the effects rack on my editor. Don't worry, I'll do you right.
Yeah.
It'll either be really deep or like, Sandalwood.
Either way, I'm not upset. What's been in the news lately?
I'm going through the news right
I
now.
honestly have not kept track.
So,
Something non-political, non-COVID.
well, too late for that because that's all the news is political and COVID. Our president-elect, Mr. Senor Biden, has his plan, a 3-part plan to tackle the coronavirus. And reading from the news source I'm on right now, which is Fox News, so they're notoriously conservative. To put that out so people are aware of that, if, most people are.
Oppositional viewpoint.
Oppositional viewpoint. So I'm just going to read off what they're saying. Again, take it with whatever grain of salt you guys need. So it says President-elect Joe Biden on Tuesday announced a 3-part plan to combat the coronavirus pandemic in the first 100 days of his administration, emphasizing masking, vaccinations, and opening schools. Those are his 3 key goals for his first 100 days. Now, I know earlier he had stated that he doesn't want to do a mask mandate, and he's just asking. He said, when I get in office for 100 days, I want every American citizen to please wear a mask. And he's like, that's not an order, that's not a mandate, that's me asking you just to do it. Which, you know what?
I somewhat respect that.
I respect that because you're going to catch more flies with honey with me. Just saying. So.
I mean, I won't always do it. I shouldn't say that. It's a wrong thing to say.
Now, things have changed, according to this article. And they are quoting him on it as well. They said the president-elect explained that it will start with, in quotes, my signing an order on day 1 to require masks where I can under the law, like federal buildings, interstate travel on planes, trains, and buses. Mass transit, federal buildings. That's within his power. He can do that. I'll also be working with the governors and mayors to do the same in their states and cities. We're going to require masks wherever possible. So we're thinking federal buildings, state federal buildings, interstate travel on planes, trains, and buses, where everybody's packed in together. I understand that. Now, he's also urging people to, quote, help yourself, your family, your community, whatever your political, whatever your politics or point of view, mask up for 100 days after we take office. 100 days to make a difference. It's not a political statement. It's a patriotic act. Again, now we get into the double-edged sword of it where people are going to start going, are you telling me to do this shit? Because
It kind of feels like you are.
it is, but it isn't it?
I don't
Because
know.
we go back to it, said, I get it where he says it's a patriotic act because you want people to feel proud that they're doing it. Give them a sticker. We all get a sticker for voting. I get a sticker for, getting my car inspected or get a new sticker on my registration.
But see,
it says I paid my taxes.
knowing how I am, like whenever I get that kind of like emotional reinforcement for things, like I instantly get paranoid.
You do.
I'm like,
man.
there's what's the motivating factor behind this? But that's just me.
No, I get it. And I agree with you on that to a certain point. But then I get paranoid about the paranoia where it just goes down to where maybe that voice in my head is just like, what's really going on? What's the goal here? And it's just, wear your mask, stupid. That's the goal. Oh, okay. Like maybe that's it. Maybe it's not.
I mean, I have a similar thought process, but at the same time, like, I got nothing.
Where are you today?
I don't know. Like, whatever somebody breaks out, like the stupid word from not wearing a mask, I mean, it's like,
I'm not saying that, people are stupid for not wearing them. I'm saying, though, that's, hey, dummy, hey, stupid. I'm not over here trying to offend.
No, I'm not saying that. But like, whenever I hear like that, why can I not articulate this today?
Drink more coffee.
I need it. Yeah. Whenever I hear that, like, statement of like, you're stupid if you don't wear the mask. Like, it's so obvious. Why are you even questioning this? That's what really kicks in my paranoia.
Okay.
And I'm like, what makes you so smart,
Show me your masking degree. Now, like, I look at it in this way. Again, we talked about this on the last one was, do I believe the mask works? No, pretty much no, I don't.
I'm sure.
If you're going to require me to wear it, that's where I do the wear your mask, stupid, because I ain't trying to have no problems. I'm trying to go to Lowe's again to buy more shit.
I'm the same way. Like, I will accept it for the time being for the things that I need to do, and I'm sure it does work to a certain degree for certain situations, or else doctors would not wear them. But then again, they're opening people's bodies.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the end all be all,
Mm-hmm.
Like, I understand people think it's worth doing every little single thing we can to prevent any kind of illness. I disagree. And I know that sounds harsh, but I feel that if I can't live the life that I've always had, then it's not really worth living.
You boil down your life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, everything that.
And I know that sounds arrogant and selfish, but it's like.
But it's what we were bred upon and born upon as Americans. Like that was. I grew up.
Yeah.
With that credo.
And it's not just, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do.
We've distilled this before. It's the fact that it's kind of demeaning.
Yes.
Like we as human beings are wired to be around other people and see their faces, and have interactions with them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that away for too long, we become less human. I feel. That's just me.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel in the long run that's going to be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt a change within myself over the course of this year. I know that my mental health isn't what it used to be. My physical health has actually gotten better because I'm doing that out of, I guess, a survival instinct. There I go. Virus is real.
You keep pushing forward.
The odds are in our favor to live through it if you get it. But everybody's like, you don't know. Now you're hearing those weird stories on the internet about people that got it and they were completely healthy and then they're just dead. It got them. We know guys that we work with that are very healthy, that they got it, and then it ran them through the ringer. So for me, it was put my head down, move forward, get my ass healthy, take my vitamins, go out, do my cardio, and try to eat and live right. The thing that is being sacrificed on that is the fact that I'm doing that for the greater good of myself and my loved ones, like my wife, soon to be wife. Lately it's just felt like it's felt that in my head that I could tell that it's been suffering.
Mm-hmm.
It's been hard to keep moving forward. You force your body to do it. It's a hard thing for me to fathom for somebody that was, I guess, never in the military. Because I was Air Force, and you are now, so welcome.
It's not all that different, by the way.
Yeah. But we have our own points of being in the suck, in the shit, and whatever you want to call it. And we learn how to adapt and survive and push forward through that because, at the end of the day, we usually have each other next to us. A civilian out there that's not been around anything like that, it's hard for them to grasp it.
And they don't have that close-knit group of people like most military people have, which I think makes a difference. I had a chief break that down for me last week. We're all, in the military, we're all about our physical health.
Yeah.
We make that kind of a group mission, like a group thing, but we don't do the same thing with mental health, because it's got such a taboo. And, there's nothing wrong.
That's where they talk about that term, toxic masculinity.
But see, this is my thought process. There's nothing wrong with fostering that environment of grit and rugged individualism and I can do this or we can do this. But you need to temper it with, we're all people. We are all going to get to that point at some point because the military by nature is unordinary. Like you're not in an ordinary lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you're going to have extraordinary stressors.
Even with the military, though, it was like we learned to lean on each other.
Right.
But we also had to learn to be able to rely upon ourselves.
It's both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's self-reliance along with partial codependency and cohabitation with the fellow man.
It's like you keep yourself up as long as you can, but when you see your partner fall, you prop them up, so they're going to do the same thing for you when you eventually take that fall.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. Like he put it in the terms like, it's like you can't move a refrigerator by yourself, can you?
Yeah.
I mean, does that not kind of make sense?
Yeah. Keeps your food cold.
pizza frozen. But then at the same time, like, I still have like that voice inside me going, are you just being unreasonable? Like, are you just really,
I like to give
Who
myself
knows?
the benefit of the doubt over my own paranoia, where I go, I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt, even though I don't know how many times giving something the benefit of the doubt has burned me in the past.
right.
I still try to remain, or I know that we still try to remain pretty human, pretty much, solid humanist, still having that faith in humanity.
I've told you this before, like, I don't really understand and I can't really give a qualified opinion because I haven't followed the news in months.
Yeah.
Like, when did this spike we're in now start? Like, after Thanksgiving?
Right before.
Okay, so the thought process is it's maybe family gatherings? Because, like, I don't understand, like, I feel like people in this area were being more strict with masks for the month or two prior to that. Like, I felt we were at our strictest, other than when we had the lockdown at the beginning.
Yeah, but more people, I think, were cooperating with the measures at that time.
At the lockdown, or
At the lockdown, because it was initial. It was like, oh, God, what's happening? Oh, this could kill us.
like it was the fear of the unknown.
Now,
Well, no, I disagree with that because I think there were a lot of people that were like, whatever,
I think those were the most vocal. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's got a cell phone, so anybody can be an internet rock star just by holding a phone up.
But like, I don't understand where the spike came from. I'm not disputing. I'm not saying it's not real. Obviously it is, but like
My money's on all because
cold weather, maybe. Like, I don't know.
the days leading up to Thanksgiving are the most heavily traveled.
That's very true.
Like the day before Thanksgiving is the most heavily traveled, interstate wise, commercial flights, buses, trains, everything in the country. It's our most heavily traveled day throughout the entire year. So they're talking about mask mandates for things like buses, trains, planes, stuff like that. Public transit, I understand that because think about it when you're on an airplane,
That
on
makes
an
sense.
aircraft. You turn that air on, that's all recycled air. So there could be 300 people on a plane, 299 of them wearing a mask, and that one asshole back there not wearing his, but he got it, and he said, oh, let me turn this air on, that'll quaff it down. And it's sucking it up through there. And everybody wearing those surgical masks, we know those don't protect you from sucking it in. Those protect you from
Spreading it.
expelling it. Because if you don't wear it, the spread, also, I don't know if public service announcement, if the mask doesn't cover the nose, it doesn't work either to stop the coughies from flying out. Because if you sneeze, cough, do that. Make a fake one right now. Put your hand over your face and then do that, and I promise you, you will feel air coming out of your nose. Just a little PSA.
But
The more you know.
when I do that, I can see out of my glasses and they don't get fogged up.
Well, that's why I got the
And
one
that's-
with the little pinch on it.
I didn't have that.
Oh,
I was strictly wearing the mask only because I needed to go in the store.
you want some with a pinch on it?
No.
Because I got some. I had to keep like a dozen of them because those are hard to find.
No, like I had that conversation in my head. Like when I was in the store, I'm like, I don't really want to wear it incorrectly, but I need to see it, and that's more important to me at this point.
That
So I
seems
went,
overrated.
boop.
Just feel around. Start touching everything. I'm wearing my mask.
What are your thoughts on the vaccine or the vaccines? There's more than one.
Yeah, right now, we talked about that last time a little bit too, there's the Pfizer one that is, I think, the second most effective at 90%, but it has to be kept at the coldest temperature, 90 degrees Celsius, something like that. And then there's BioNTech, which is another one, but it's like the easiest one to store. And then there's the Moderna vaccine that's only about 60% effective. So I'm not going to speak on either or any of them because I don't know, and I'm not rushing to grab one until I see how that goes out for the first round of people. But here's the thing, too, to think about. Everybody's like, oh, God, that one's only 60% effective. Go to CVS, go to Walgreens, go to anywhere that offers a flu vaccine. How effective? Do you know how effective a flu vaccine is now every
Like
year?
20 to 30%.
Yeah, it's about 60, 60%.
Are you sure?
I think the last year we had it was a stronger strain. It was like 42%. But you know what people did? They got them.
They're mandated to get them, which is crazy.
Who?
Certain jobs, certain places of employment will mandate everybody to get.
Oh, like the military.
No, like civilian employers.
Oh, well, when I was in, though, they mandated us to get the flu shot. And it was that god-awful one. They shot the shit up your nose.
I've had those.
Yeah, and everybody walked outside and went, blew their nose.
Yeah, it was last week I was looking online and I was looking at my like vaccination record.
Yeah.
It reads like a novel, man.
Yeah. I remember that. God, I remember the peanut butter shot in basic training, the penicillin shot.
Yep.
They give that to you in a butt cheek, and it feels like that one butt cheek is like twice the size of the other one. We got ours the day prior to our graduation run. That's where all your parents fly in, and it's like a 2-mile run. And at that point, 2 miles that wasn't a problem then. But you're out there just doing your shit. And I was like the Jody caller, the cadence caller.
The Jody caller?
Yeah, they call them Jodies. You sing the Jodies. You ever heard that?
No.
Yeah, they're like, sing us a Jody. It's like, I can barely feel my legs.
Jody has a entirely different meaning.
I know who Jody is. But there's also what Jody is in terms of how the Air Force discerns it. And that was from my old training squadron, the 321st. But so anyway, like you run that 2 mile, and I'll never forget that because I saw like all the parents are lined up on the side of the road. So it's all the flights.
So like you're running hard, like
I'm
you're
like
running the straightest you ever have.
It was like what was it? It wasn't a hard run, but
It was a formation run.
it was a formation. So you're in like fucking block column formation
It's
there.
a trot.
Yeah, but I was cadence caller, so I'm like that one pip off there to the side, running next to everybody, calling this one, and like we had to write one. And I remember I wrote one, and I can't think of the lyrics to it right now. But I remember presenting it to the drill instructor. The training instructor was like, and he looked at me, he's like, "You wrote this?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Fucking good." Like, thank you, sir. So I'm rambling this thing off, and I remember seeing my parents when I went by, but we just had that peanut butter shot the night before, so like everybody's like limping off like the left foot because the left butt cheek was feeling mighty big. So it was like we were doing crutch 2, 3, 4, crutch 2.
I did a battalion run when I was in boot camp, and that seems like it was about along the same lines. And like there is something about human energy that just makes you feel amazing. And like I've never been a stout runner. Like I got it done. So what they did is we had a battalion run, and like the most senior company, which was us, ran the longest route, which was like 10 miles.
Yeah.
The junior companies in order of precedence ran like 8 miles, 6 miles, 4 miles. So like when we got on that last, I'll say 2 mile stretch, like the roads on this military post were like lined with the rest of the battalion, and they were just screaming their guts out for us. And it was like the most energizing thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I was like running like a champ that day.
That was the thing I can't figure out.
But it was a formation run like that.
Yeah,
We
it's
weren't
like,
sprinting.
I go running now, and I got to focus on my breathing. I'm like, I don't make sure your steps don't line up with how you're breathing, because they say that's bad. In through the nose, out through the mouth, just. No. But being in the military doing those stupid ass cadence runs, I don't know what like the amount of like respiratory fortitude to not only be able to make a decent run, stay in step, stay in formation, and sing while you're doing it,
Right.
and like actually have fun. Like, what happened to that? Did I ever tell you?
Age.
No, it's not even like. So I put on. I got my wireless earbuds for running, and I was on. Got my Amazon Music, so I could just listen to just about whatever. I was like, I wonder if they got those military cadence songs. I'm gonna try jogging to them. That was a mistake, because I was there trying to keep pace with it. I was like, did these fucking things get faster? I don't remember this being that fast. I was like, I used to be able to run this fast? I didn't know that was. Wow. Okay. I'm fat.
I'm telling you, man, there's something about the power of human energy.
Yeah.
Like, it just does wonders. But speaking of running, I told you about my running evaluation. The Air Force does this now. So I did my thing. They put on the sensor, set up the camera, and I ran for like 30 seconds. I'm a bit of an overstrider.
You take too long of a stride?
Yes, and I don't lean forward far enough. And also, you're going to love this. The term was gluteal amnesia.
Like you're
along with I need some core work. So basically, this side's too big, this side ain't big enough.
So you're built like a trucker, like big gut, no butt.
I'm getting the dad bod. Apparently it affects your running and your stride.
You'd think that would make you lean forward more, having more up front, you know?
No, hold it all up. It's great. I got all these little exercises that I got to do to get
Suffer.
back my running form.
I'm just trying to see him in that little room. They're like, what's...
He suffers from the case of dad bod. Gluteal amnesia.
Gluteal amnesia. Next time. Oh, God. So, celebration for me. I told you that was, you were complimenting my shirt because it was the first shirt that I bought in an extra large that actually fits well. It's not sprayed on. Because old River used to be a hefty boy. 320 pounds wearing triple XL shirts and size C cups.
Husky fella.
I didn't take my shirt off in the shower. So just celebrated a birthday, turned 36 here on Thanksgiving. It was nice.
Young pup.
Yeah, but now I feel 36 is like the, upper half of 30s. Very astute observation, I know. But now I'm at the point where I felt like a random pain in my chest, and I was like, oh, is this it? Is this it? Do I have that to look forward to now for the rest of my life? Just feeling a random pain going.
So probably within the next year or two, your metabolism, even with the exercise you do and dieting, your metabolism is going to take a crash. It's going to get hard.
I feel like I already did that.
It might have. I don't know. I mean, you've already told me about your sleep pain, so you might already be there. I don't know. This might be as bad as it gets till you get hit about another 20 years.
I mean, they say the military ages your body 10 years, so I guess technically I'm running in the body of a 46-year-old.
And what the craziest thing about it is, like, it put my body through some tough times, but at the same time, like, can you imagine what, like, airborne dudes feel like? You know what I mean?
They're crippled.
Like,
there's some airborne
40
guys.
and crippled. Like, that's insane.
What was Arthur Borman? Have you ever heard of him? He was 82nd. I want to say he was 82nd. Might have been 101st, but I'm pretty sure he was 82nd Airborne. And he did a bunch of jumps like during like Desert Storm and stuff like that. He's a paratrooper.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he hit his 40s, his spine was jacked up, and he had to have leg braces on and walk with these two canes. And he actually was the inspiration for me to start this workout program that I'd seen him do that actually got him walking again. Like he recovered because of this workout program. It was at DDP Yoga. Diamond Dallas Page, the wrestler, has his own yoga program because he jacked his spine up wrestling and thought he was going to be paralyzed and like he couldn't hardly walk. And his wife said, "Hey, try yoga." And he did that and did the shit out of it and like realigned his spine and everything. He said, I'm going to make something out of this. And he did. And it was just called DDP Yoga. And I'm telling you what, that was what really started. Like, I think I dropped 30 pounds in the first month on that. And it is the most I've ever sweat, and you're not really doing anything. Like, I get a good run. I get that nice little, you get that nice V, maybe like the line of sweat on your back. No, not this. By about 30 minutes, my entire shirt is soaked. And it's just low impact, pretty much zero impact exercise of doing these just controlled movement. It's all muscular constriction where you're tensing up a muscle and you're moving, but the whole time you're moving, every muscle that you can is engaged. And Arthur Borman did that, and they use him in the workout DVDs.
Oh, that's cool.
You see him in like the beginner. It's called like beginner, and there he is. And like, hey, here's Arthur Borman. And I followed him and followed his little video he did of himself on YouTube because he was just this big, just bowl belly looking just guy with a ponytail and a beard, and he was all crutchety on his crutches, and like he couldn't hardly walk. And he started doing that, and like his legs started kind of getting their strength back. He took the braces off. Now he's out running and doing all this other shit. He looks great.
He was running.
Oh, he was running because here's the thing. After like 6 weeks, you get to the hardest workout, which is the hardest workout program in there called Double Black Diamond. And it's an hour and 20 minutes. And they got all these people. It's neat because they have all these people that did DDP's program and lost all this weight and got in great shape. And he hired him to be on the DVDs to do the workouts with him. So there's Arthur on the hardest one, and he like looks at the camera because I want to scream at Diamond Dallas Page every time I was doing that because like these workouts kind of suck. Like after a while it gets repetitive, but they can get pretty difficult. And he's like, "Come on, man, drink some water. Come on, you got this." I'm like, "Shut the up, DDP. I know the next move. Just let's get to downward dog." Like, But he's got Arthur there, and he goes, Arthur here, you've seen him from the beginning. You've seen his progress. You remember what he used to be before he did this program, and now he's working the hardest program. What's your excuse? I'm like, God dang it, DDP. Like,
You gotta be making sense.
I wasn't wearing leg braces. I can do this. Yeah, I can fucking do it. Come on. All right, let's do it. It's a great program. I don't really do it very much anymore, but I still do the there's like daily yoga stretches and stuff. There's like one to realign your spine, push off your legs. My upper back gets tight from time to time. I bend over, do that, push off my legs. You hear a few pops, and it's like, oh, back to normal. Normally, you need like a teeter hang up to do that, but if you just straighten out your shoulders, put your legs at like a 45, and then push off, and then look up while you're doing it, because you're bent over at about a 45 as well, and you push off that. It's wonderful.
I did some physical therapy for a while, and they incorporated a lot of those postures and poses and exercises, and they're not always fun, but they work.
They're not, but I'm telling you what, you do enough of it. I remember it was right around the 6-week mark that I was doing that, and there's the core workout. It was called Red Hot Core. It's only 15 minutes, and I hated doing core exercise as much as I hated running back then. It was my favorite workout. One, because it was short, and two, you actually could feel results. Because after 6 weeks, there's one where you sit on your butt, and you grab your foot, and you will stretch that foot up to where your shoulder's at. All right, yeah.
Thanks for that visual.
Yeah. I can still do it. But then, not with this office equipment. And I'm wearing jeans. That'll be I ripped my sack. But the first time, there's one where you kind of sit like the Indian style or whatever, and you grab the bottoms of your feet and you bring them up to you, and then you lift your feet up while sitting on your butt, and then you let go, and you have to like hold your feet up and your arms up. And I'll never forget, the first time I did that, I felt muscles I didn't know I had in my core like tightened up. I felt things moving in there. I was like, what is that? Was that muscle? Because it trims fat, and it also forces, like, in some diets and everything, you'll lose muscle mass. Like that diet, pretty much it's the same diet I'm on now, and you're still engaging muscles. So your body's going to cannibalize on stored fats to help replenish the muscles because you're actively burning on those muscles while you're doing that. So it builds strength, cuts fat, and is zero impact. And you will not sweat more in your life until you do that. Tell you what, if you want, I got the DVDs. I can let you borrow it, and you can take it to your base, and wherever you're stationed at, and be like, "Hey guys,
I'm solid." They already have yoga classes.
This is badass yoga.
I did throw a ball against the wall the other day. That was kind of cool.
But that workout was great because it broke up scar tissue. Because my left arm here was blown out of socket years ago. I used to have to lift it, crack it over, shit like that. Don't have that anymore. It breaks up that scar tissue. Like the flexibility that you get out of that, like, wonderful. It's great for like in the shower.
I'm not sure how to take that.
I can bend over to wash my feet real easy without losing my balance. It used to be hard for me to put my arms behind my back.
Oh, okay.
Now I can do that. Of course, I was also a lot fatter when I was doing that too. But man, who'd have thunk this would have been like the workout program?
Yeah, I don't know.
Getting fit with River.
Have you ever done acupuncture?
No.
I have not, but I did something pretty similar. Also, when I did physical therapy, they
dry needling?
Yes.
My mother did that.
It actually works.
She said it was great. It's like acupuncture, but they run like electrode, like an electrical current into it. My mom had that done for her lower spine, like her lower back.
So did I.
And she said she got it done. She's like, my God, I feel like I'm 40 again. I feel like I can tap dance.
That's pretty much how I felt afterwards.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, luckily this machine ain't breaking down too much too fast. So I feel like first item on my getting old bucket list will probably be a heart attack or something. Just get the big one out of the way. I really hope not, but
yeah.
Living healthy.
Yep.
Speaking of which, my fish oils were supposed to be here today. Yes, I actually ordered fish oils. Like I'm about to buy one of those Sunday to Saturday vitamin things. It's for the old people pills. But now I'm taking zinc. I take vitamin C, vitamin D, ginkgo, and I just added fish oils to that I got to take every day. I'm bombing my system with nutrients.
How's that ginkgo working out for you? You think more better now?
I've actually had a pretty good mental clarity, actually, that it feels like a fog was lifted. That, and I'm making a conscious effort to really not drink as much, just because 2020, I noticed I was drinking more than I should. And I was like, I'm going to not do that.
Good on you.
I mean, I'm probably going to have some drinks tonight because I'm here alone, unsupervised. The old lady won't be back till midnight. So.
Somebody's going to be shopping on Amazon.
No, because here's the thing. I did all the Christmas shopping and everything. Did all that. So I've been focused on Christmas shopping and roofing and getting the driveway redone and working on the building. I got a phone call from my internet provider today. It was like, hey, when are you going to pay us? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, we haven't got a payment since September, October. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, let's pay that now. I'm so sorry. I was like, I've never missed a payment on stuff like that. 2020 got me all spun up in the head.
Did they not send you reminders or anything? Or
they probably did, but if you've seen our dining table where all the mail's at, it looks like we work for the Postal Service. It's pretty bad.
Truth.
And I try to get to it as much as I can. Well, guys, it looks like we're all out of time here. We seem to have kind of gone back and forth on a lot of issues here, so the timestamps are going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. If you're curious about the coffee, we'll include a link in the description below. Don't forget to check out our merchandising shop. Christmas is right around the corner, and what a better way to say I love you to a loved one by buying some nice This Evening Tonight merchandise. We got hoodies, we got hats, we got mugs, we got it all. You can even get a nice fanny pack for that retro metro friend of yours, that hipster buddy out there. There's a lot of hipstery shit out there, but whatever. We're whores. But all right. Also, don't forget the other ways here that you can listen at Amazon, TuneIn, iHeart Radio, Stitcher, Spotify, Sounder, Google Podcasts, and iTunes, and the good old-fashioned YouTube out there to see the BS fireplace a crackling in the background with special appearances by none other than Cat Damon. Well, thanks again, and I've lost my train of thought. Me in the butt.
I was trying so hard.
Thanks for stopping by. Why did I say it like that? Thanks for stopping by.
Y'all come back, you
Y'all
hear?
come back now, you hear? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. And until we see you guys here next time on the show, peace out.
Later.